and just feel free to kick back and learn some new things, hear some stories. And one thing I want you to know, if you would like to ask a question at any time during the meeting or have something clarified, there is a little chat icon at the bottom of your screen. And if you click on that chat icon and type out your question, then we will see it, and Jessica's going to read through any questions we might have at the end of the meeting, and any comments either that are relevant. So another thing, if you have a result, just a positive result that you've experienced or somebody you know has experienced with the products and you would like to share that, we would so love to hear about that. So Probio 5 helped you with digestion or whatever. If you want to share that with us, add that in the chat as well. And Jessica will read those at the end. So how our time is going to go, we're going to try to keep it at 30 minutes. We have 3 lovely ladies that are going to share their testimonies. Oh, be sure. Hi, Natalie. Be sure, everybody, you have your microphones muted, except for whoever is speaking. All right, cool, thanks. So we're going to have 3 lovely ladies sharing their stories with us and how the products have helped them with their health issues. And then Lisa's going to share about the Plexus Perks program, which is a really wonderful new incentive program that rewards us for being consistent with our products, being consistent with our supplements, because it's just been proven that those who are consistent with them every day are the ones who have the best experiences. And they're the ones that have the most success and get out of it what they're hoping to. Consistency is key. And also, just one other thing I was thinking about this week that's really important too is community. Like just being in our little chat group that I'm in on Messenger and Facebook, I have grown to love these other women, literally love them. And I'm encouraged, I'm supported. I think all of us could say the same. And we learn from each other and we help each other so much. So I think if you're considering taking the products, or if you're an ambassador and you have somebody who's joining you, just really, I encourage you very much to be in community with other people, because it helps so much. It helps encourage, it helps teach us, it helps keep us going and help us to be consistent with each other. So without any further ado, I think we should go ahead and start our time. And Darlene is going to share her story with us. Take it away.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be on here with you this afternoon. And it's afternoon here. I'm on Central Time, so it's already 1 o'clock here in Alabama. And I'm so thankful for Molly and Lisa and all of your leadership here that invited me to participate. And y'all are growing, and that is super exciting. We have so many reasons to be growing with these amazing products that work, right? You know, there's other companies out there that have a fabulous compensation plan, but then the products aren't so great, and we have both. So that is a dynamic duo that is helping us to grow fast. So I'm super excited about the new year, 2020. Everybody knows that 2020 is just a cool name, right? So we just automatically get excited about this year because it's 2020. And I started Plexus back in 2016, so in February. So I'm coming up on my 4th year of using Plexus products. And y'all, my life was really different when I started Plexus products back in 2016. I was sitting on the couch at night exhausted. I was overwhelmed. I was actually beginning to feel hopeless that anything was really going to change. I was 40, and I just figured, hey, this is life at 40. I better just get used to it. I was gaining weight, and I actually was going to weekly weight loss classes, and that program had always worked for me since the first time I had used it. when I was a teenager and began to be conscious of weight. I was actually raised eating healthy, eating a balanced diet back in the day when low fat was was a common way to lose weight. And I was eating their most recent version and trying to exercise just a little bit. I really didn't have the energy for that or the desire for that at that point. And I was only losing ounces a month, not even a pound a month. And I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I didn't have any idea really. And so I started thinking, well, maybe my metabolism is stuck. And if I can detox, maybe I can get it going again. So that's kind of what I had in my mind when my friend Lynn, one day at school, she just said, hey, have you ever heard of Plexus? And I was like, no, I've never heard of it. What is it? Tell me about it. And she said, well, you don't need to lose any weight, because I was hiding my weight pretty well, and I was the PE teacher. And I looked like I had it all together. So I encourage you, if you know somebody who looks like they have it all together, still have them on your list to talk to about this. But she talked to me and was just real plain about it. And she said, you don't look like you need to lose weight, but this is healthy. And I know you're into health, and it'll help you to balance your gut and detox. And when she said detox, that's when my antennas went up. And she told me it had a 60-day money-back guarantee. And I said, order me some. I'll try it. I was very skeptical. I did not think it was going to work, y'all. But when I got it, I started taking it, and I started taking it consistently. And I noticed within the first 10 days or so, one night I was in the house and I was not sitting on the couch. And I was like, I'm starting to feel like my younger self again. I'm not sitting on the couch. I was just so excited that I was feeling good, having more energy. I had another business at the time, so I was super busy. I was taking care of my aging parents. I had no time. And I encourage you, if you know somebody who's super busy and has no time, move them to the top of your list of people to talk to, because busy people, they know how to get things done and they make decisions more quickly. So I was so excited that I was up. I had energy again, and I was like, I'm going to find a way to keep taking this, because my husband was underemployed. And that was part of the reason that I had my own business. And I was cleaning houses. I had lots of clients. That's part of the reason I was so wore out. And I was homeschooling. I had a daughter that was getting ready to graduate, with another one soon to follow. Again, my aging parents. My husband was a minister also, working from home. There was just all these hats, right? And so I was like, but I'm going to find a way that I can keep taking this. So I didn't know what it was going to be, but I told my mom, and she was like, 2 of my healthcare providers have said I need to try that for my fibromyalgia, and order me some. And well, let's get it the cheapest way. And she has been a faithful customer of mine all these 4 years. Another couple homeschooling moms said, if you like it, then I want to try it. And my sister-in-law was like, I was just waiting for you to ask me after I decided to post. And so before I knew it, y'all, I had been in network marketing for almost 25 years at that point. I had tried it and tried it again and failed. And I was like, I'm not doing the business. I'm only going to do the products. Those kind of businesses just cost money. Nobody makes any money. And I was like, but before I knew it, I had a check and it paid for my products. And I was like, awesome, I can keep taking these and they're going to pay the bill. So I kept taking them. It took me about 4 months of consistency for the scale to move. But I could see a difference after the first month. My belly roll started going down. And I was excited that my clothes were looking better, fitting better. It was easier to bend over. And about 6 months on the products, I started feeling like I want to exercise again. And I called a friend up who has a gym and started exercising with her. Fast forward to the end of this 2019, I got my group fitness instructor's license. I've run a 5K. It has been, yes, it has been fantastic to feel healthy, to feel strong, to not feel overwhelmed, to have the mind that's clear and sharp, to not be in pain because fibromyalgia runs in my family and I was fighting those symptoms. And my neck wasn't hurting, my back wasn't hurting. I had residual food allergies. I years ago started out with tons of food allergies. I had done homeopathy, I had done essential oils, and I still, after 20 years of using those things, had some food allergies that just would not resolve. 9 months on the Plexus products, and I was able to eat those foods without a reaction. So Plexus has changed my life. And I know you've heard that before, probably to the point it sounds cliche, but it really has changed my life. And I don't know where I would be without these products. So definitely, if you've thought about trying it, like Molly said, I encourage you to remember that 60-day money-back guarantee. And the best way to find out if this is going to work for you, the same way you hear these testimonies of mine and others today, is to order and try it for yourself. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
All right, thank you so much, Darlene. I love your story. How wonderful is that? I mean, I get that energy and feeling like yourself again. That's exactly what happened to me too. Just from Slim did that for me. And it's just a wonderful experience to have that. And I like how you mentioned too that the scale didn't budge for you for like a month, right? But you hung in there.
It was 4 months before the scale really moved.
4 months, right.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah.
I had already worked on my gut, right, with homeopathy and essential oils. So you really can't just go by the scale. Go by how your clothes fit. Go by how you feel. I started out as I've lost 6 sizes and kept it off. So, yeah.
That's fabulous. Yeah, and that's that time and consistency concept of you're like, I know this is good for me. It's healing my gut. You know, even if we don't end up losing weight, getting our gut healed makes such a huge difference with everything in life. But then to have that goal met too is really wonderful. That's great. And a lot of times we lose fat before we lose muscle. So the scale may not show anything.
I've gained a lot of muscle because I work out. And so, you know, I even forgot to mention how many sizes I lost because how I feel and how much energy I have is such a bigger win in my mind.
Yeah, for sure. Feeling good is key. And reducing that inflammation, I think, happens a lot too, which slims us down in our waist area and stuff. We're probably a lot more
exactly
than we realize. All right, thank you so much. Okay, let's hear from Melissa.
Hello. I started Plexus a few months ago. I was looking for something to heal my varicose veins, and I tried all sorts of things. I tried frankincense, and that didn't work out so well. I tried a little bit of juicing and mostly beets and celery juice, things like that, and I was getting very minimal results at best, and I just didn't have time to juice anymore. So I was thinking, okay, what do I do? And so I went online and I was searching all these sites, and finally I came across a post about Plexus, and so I went ahead and asked, and I was skeptical at first because I tried all these things that didn't work very well, and I just thought, okay, this will probably you know, have minimal results just like everything else. So I was excited to try something though, because my varicose veins really hurt, and so the first thing I tried was the X Factor Plus. And I'd had a lot of really good results from other things with aloe vera in it for some other health issues, but it was still not that terribly drastic. It was a lot of work. But I ordered it, and I was really excited to just see how it would go. And I was actually shocked a few months later to see how much it faded out and how much the pain went away. So I went ahead and tried Triplex for some other issues I was having. And I started noticing that some of my food intolerances and my allergies were beginning to clear up just a little bit. I'm a beginner, so yeah, it was really exciting. But I also had really bad problems with rosacea and hormone imbalances and some other issues that kind of went with that. So I was on Triplex for a few months, and I did a fun challenge on Facebook with one of the ladies that was called Hydrate and Energize. And I was really surprised with how much water I could drink afterwards and just how much energy I had. I hadn't had that much energy in a long time. And I was able to drink more, and yeah, I was stunned. And the other thing that surprised me was how well my skin cleared up. And yeah, I made a post about it. I intended to post it in the comments here, but I couldn't quite figure that out. I'm new to Zoom as well. But I was really, really happy and really surprised to see how well my skin cleared up and how well just everything. It was a big surprise for me. And I've just been stunned with the results. It's better than anything I've ever tried.
That is wonderful. And I was going to say to you, Melissa, and you, Darlene, as well, both of your skin is like, wow. Beautiful. It's amazingly clear and everything. Looks so good. I love that so many people have such great results with their skin. That's so exciting. And great job getting on Zoom. You did it.
Thank you.
We practiced it a couple days ago. It like took us forever to figure it out. So
yeah,
good
it was
job.
fun.
Yes, that is such a great testimony. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Okay, and for anybody who may have hopped on a little late, I just want to restate that if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's a little chat icon. And if you have any questions or any comments or anything like that that you would like to say, go ahead and click on that little chat icon and type out your question. Or if you have any great results that you want to share with us, Jessica is going to read through those at the end of our meeting. So, okay, next we're going to hear from Natalie.
Hi. All right, so I was just thinking that a year ago, I was hoping that I would be here having a testimony of my own to share. I was hearing and reading so many amazing testimonies by Plexus, and I was hoping that it could be me. So that was when I started Plexus, but really my health, I started having health issues like maybe in my mid-teenage years, and I would just get really, my parents would take me to the doctor, we'd fix that symptom I was having and move on. But I really didn't get eczema until I got married. So that was a little bit over 11 years ago. And I didn't know where it came from. I didn't know how to fix it. So I started becoming like this health researcher who tried to kind of heal myself. And nothing was helping. So diets, doctors, and a decade later, I was still struggling with eczema. And I was really confused why, because I was eating so healthy, I was doing all the right things, but I was really sick, especially compared to people around me that were just eating whatever and doing whatever, and they were kind of surprised at how sick I was feeling. So my friend introduced Plexus to me a year ago, and she just wanted to take it because for gut health reasons. So, and by then I knew that gut health was our immune system. So I was in, although I was very skeptical. I was probably as curious as I was skeptical. So I was like, I'm going to try it. I was hopeful. And that's hard to say for me because I was hopeful for anything. For over 10 years, I tried. And I was like, what if this is it? What if this could help me? And so when Plexus came along, I was still like, what if this is it? You know, and sure enough, it was. But there was more to that for sure, because I had struggled with other issues too, like major fatigue and digestive issues and anxiety. And now I laugh because all those have one thing in common, which I didn't know before. And so getting to the root cause of all of that is when my eczema started getting better. And within the 3 weeks of Plexus is when my eczema started to decrease. And by summer, because my eczema was like a seasonal thing, summer and winter were my worst months. And I was kind of excited that my eczema went away, but by summer, I was like, oh, it's gonna come back because it always has. So when it didn't come back in the summer, I was like, oh my goodness, okay, this is working. So now I can share with everybody that this is really working for me. And I did. That's pretty much when I started sharing with my friends and my family that this really works for me, for anybody. There's, you know, so many different supplements for everybody, I say. And so I did start with a triplex. And then when Metaburn came out last year is when I started taking it as well. Metaburn really helped me with my anxiety as well. I still take Metaburn. I love it. The adaptogenic herbs in there are really good for our bodies, for stress, many other things, immune system. So yeah, so I just want to encourage, hopefully this testimony can encourage somebody today, and just keep fighting for your health because you're worth it.
Yes, that is so true. Oh, Natalie, thank you for sharing your story. I love it so much. And if you guys have ever seen her pictures of the eczema that she had on your hands, on your fingers and stuff like that, and your little girl as well, I know had skin issues, and the products have helped amazingly with that. I'm so happy for you. It's such a good success story, good happy story. All right, so
Molly, can I say something real quick? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I forgot to even say what products that I took. Back when I started, Triplex was like the main thing we had. So that is what I took that helped me with my weight loss. And then when Lean came out a couple of years ago, a couple of Novembers ago now, I took that, and that helped me to lose 5 more pounds.
I think there's 5 pounds.
And another size. So that's what I took.
Great. Thanks, Darlene. I love Lean. I just started having it for the first time now, and it's really upped my energy for the winter time. I kind of think of it in my brain, I guess, as more of a summer thing, like shakes, you know, but after Christmas, I just kind of went through a funk and felt kind of lousy. And I started taking Lean, and it really perked me up and gave me energy and made me feel good. And I was looking, you know, at the back, and the vitamins and stuff listed in there, it's not like real high amounts for the recommended daily allowance. And so I think I was kind of like, whatever. And I think because they're methylated, they're bioavailable, they're already in the form that our body can absorb, that I think that they just work so much better without having to have that really high amount that you see on multivitamins that you get a lot. I thought, oh, it has to be like 1,000% for it to do anything. No, I mean, I totally feel a difference. And I think that that has a lot to do with it. My body's able to absorb them and use them. So I was pretty excited about that. All right, next, let's hear from Lisa about the Plexus perks.
Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm in the basement and I'm really dark compared to everyone else. So I feel like anyway, I just wanted to say hi. I have been with Plexus since 15. I've been taking the products, and in like the fall of 18, I started sharing. So I was on the products for a while before I ever started telling anyone. I put several things that are working for our family in the chat. So if you want to see those, you can, I won't take the time to do those right now. So Plexus Perks, brand new. You can start using your perk points in January. So when I ordered this last month, I actually put 2 things in there. I just put vitamins and X Factor vitamins, and Block. I love Block. So I was getting an extra bottle of that for my purse. If you don't know Block, it is a super product. I like it because you can take it right before your carb or your sugar. And I used to be sort of a sugar fanatic, and you would get that zing, feeling if you've ever detoxed from sugar and then you have sugar again, you get really odd feeling, and that totally takes that away. It blocks 48% of carbs and sugars from going into your body. So Plexus Perks, I got to stay on track. I got 5 minutes. So, okay, if you look in your back office, if you sign in and then you click on virtual office, you will see that there is a Plexus Perks box, and it will tell you how many you're earning and how many you have earned. If you click on that box, then it will allow you to look at all the products that you can get for free. And all you do is when you order your subscription, you just add those items and they will send it to you in your next box. So it's so simple and fun because you get free products. And it's not months and months and months before you get them. So if you're ordering a subscription, it'll take about 2 to 3 months if you order just 100. I think the lowest is like 250 to start. Or, this is the exciting part, you can save for several months and get things like Joyome or the collagen or the more expensive end products, which is pretty exciting too. So if there's something that you've been like, yeah, I can't really get that, or I can't afford that yet, or my business isn't strong enough yet, you can save that up and then you have a testimony about that as well. The other super exciting thing is your customers, when they have their subscription on and they order 100 PV, they will earn points as well. And then I'm going to look real quick here so I can tell you exactly. So in your virtual office, if you hover over business, the first thing under that is Plexus report, or excuse me, Perks report. And what's important about this is if you look down, you'll see every one of your ambassadors, what they've ordered as far as points, like for example, their current points. So I have an ambassador, she's got 105 current points, and the total perks credits that she's earned is 600. So I want to make sure to remind her, hey, you can start getting points or you can save up or whatever. But the important part is the one that says days to forfeiture, and they will count back 3, 2, 1. So if this ambassador decides to go off her subscription or turns her subscription off, she will have 3 days of countdown before she loses those points. So we want to really be on there on a regular basis and be looking at our people, because we don't want them to lose 600 points or 400 points or whatever. And that happens if they turn their subscription off. Before they do that, they'll actually get a pop-up message that says you're about to lose your subscription points or your perks points. And it will say, are you sure you want to do this? And so they should know it, but some people's phones or whatever, you just don't, you click and you go on. So we want to be watching that perks report and just reach out to them. And this is a really positive reach out because it's totally for their benefit. James Eastling just said this morning that we're like company-wide, this is doing great things for the company and helping people be able to stay on their subscriptions and ultimately then get better health because they're having the products come to them and they're continuing to sustain taking those products. So that's the big thing. Perks points are to help the longevity and to encourage people to keep taking their products that they're taking. Okay, is that, I don't know, is that good, clear? Questions? I don't know.
I think that was very clear, Lisa. Yeah, if anybody has a question about that, feel free to ask. I know it's a lot of information all at once, especially if you're not an ambassador. You probably are wondering what we're talking about. But I would just say that the good thing to know is when you have an annual membership with Plexus, you can earn points for ordering a certain amount each month. And it's really generous. And it's a great way to get like a whole free bottle of something within 2 or 3 months. So, and it's just, again, the purpose is just to keep us consistent taking our products. So we have good luck and success with what we want to accomplish. So that inspires me, Lisa, to go back and in my office every day and check, you know, and to be helping my people. Because unless I go into my office and look, I'm not going to know who's getting close to losing their perks. All right, so I think we're at the point now where Jessica can read through any questions anybody might have had, or if there's any of those great results that people have experienced. Jess, go for it.
Molly, I just had a quick question for Lisa, if that's okay. This is Olivia. Is the Plexus perks, those are just for ambassadors when they have the annual membership, that's correct?
Right. So currently that's the way it is. They're looking at doing a product with preferred customers or non-annual members, but currently it's just for ambassador members.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, I actually just ordered my very first product from my Plexus perks, and I got a whole bag of lean coming to me, the chocolate lean. I'm so excited about that. We love that in our house. I have 3 children, and they eat so much for breakfast. Breakfast is our biggest meal of the day. So I can do a lean smoothie and eggs and oatmeal. And yeah, I feel like with the lean in there, it holds them off just a little bit longer for lunch though. So yay. And that was free, a whole bag for free. Okay, so I get the best job. There weren't too many questions, but there were a lot of really great little testimonies in here. I love hearing how people's lives are changed through Plexus. Lisa said that her 15-year-old son has been relieved of seasonal allergies and acne with just 1 Slim daily. I think that's amazing. Slim is so great. And she was able to have dairy after 8 days on the ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. That's amazing. So many people have dairy sensitivities. I feel like so many people have dairy sensitivities. Oh, and she said that her panic attacks stopped in the first 30 days on Metaphren. I'm so happy for you, Lisa. I used to have panic attacks too, and when you can live without panic attacks, that's life-changing. Amanda Rinke said that her young daughter's serious constipation issues resolved within days using a third of a capsule each of ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. That was a few years ago and has never come back. That's amazing. That means her gut really did change. It wasn't just a quick fix or a temporary fix. Carmen said that her husband's severe seasonal allergies are gone, which was an unexpected perk, but they're so glad about that. And I'm also seeing here that Amanda said that Vital Biome has been a huge product for her personally. In the winter, she used to get really bad anxiety, but taking Vital Biome made a huge difference in helping her not to feel anxious and stressed. I love Vital Biome. I've heard that Shoshana says she'll take a Vital Biome pill before a big speaking event or something. And I just think that's a really handy tool to have. Olivia says that lean is one of her favorite tools for to help with snacking and energy on the go. And I believe that those are all of the testimonies. Let's see. Oh, I see a question here from Carmen. She said she's seen her ambassador's report for the perks, but not her report for her perks. Do you ladies have an answer for that question about where she could find her own personal perks points?
So scroll down, Carmen, on just go to your main virtual page where it says your ambassadors and whether your subscription is on or not, and it's down a couple. Just scroll a little bit. You will see it. It'll say perks points, and then it allows you, that's where you redeem them as well. So on my laptop or whatever, it's a little box, like 3 boxes down from is your subscription on. I'm not sure on the phone. Does anyone know where is it? Right, just keep scrolling on the phone. Anyone know?
I would say if, Carmen, if you have a hard time finding it, then just let us know in the IPA chat group and we could screenshot it. Okay, Jess, any more comments or questions there?
Nope, I think that's everybody. And I hope you all could hear me okay.
Yes. All right. Well, if nobody has any more questions or anything, I think that's the end of our meeting. It was just so much fun to see everybody's faces here. And I'm so, so happy that this worked out and we were able to do it. Let's do more. It was fun. All right, ladies, I think Darlene's in charge here, so she can end the meeting if we're all done. Everybody
I
good?
enjoyed it. Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for doing the technical part.
Yes, I was glad to do it, and I did record this, so I'll post the link. Do y'all want it, excuse me, an IPA friends or?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Okay, I'll post the link there when it's ready. It has to process a little bit.
Yeah, and if any of the ambassadors, if you had people who thought they might want to hop on and they didn't make it, then we could send it to them.
Yes.
Because there are some great stories that we had in here today. I really, really appreciate your testimonies, ladies. That's very encouraging.
Melissa and Natalie, I loved your testimonies. So encouraging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All
All
right,
right, everybody. Have a blessed day. Bye.